And make sure you watch the video I did last night. You know I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. Let's get into the video.
Here, AI agents are going to start doing a lot of things in our economy. And for AI agents to coordinate with incentive systems, they're probably going to use crypto. And so if this AI story works out in certain consumer areas, especially...
And then tokenizes everything.
To AI, value.
You got to fire a lot of people. That's a whole other question. You got to fire a lot of people. That's a whole other question.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
It means determining like what technologies are dominant in warfare, right? So if you have AI being as good as it is now, suddenly it really matters to have the best software. If you're going to be doing like you want to get a certain amount of money for a certain amount of outcome, right? So if you're going to be building 1,000 small autonomous drones for some kind of battle scenario,
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction; it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. But guys, we know this is expected. We know they priced in the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. And then on top of it, guys, don't forget we have futures this week. And then we have the stock market flat. And right now we have Bitcoin around 38,000. and Ethereum around 2,100. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates moving up. We have the dollar moving up. And we know that's not good for markets. Remember, I talked about yields and dollars from the beginning. A lot of you keep asking why, because you didn't understand the bond market. Now you understand. It controls the market. And then we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether, USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $647 billion. And we know Jerome is in the house next week. And he's definitely going to move the markets. Now, we know when he's in the house, they like the stock market to look decent. But we know whatever he says during that meeting, we're going to be moving up or we're going to be moving down because we know the bond market is going to react. Now, this article states that China's currency woes could wear on Bitcoin. And we know that's not true. It has nothing to do with it. It's all about the Fed moves. But we know China has been manipulating their currency from the beginning, so that's nothing new. And then also when it comes to deflation, we know that's what they want in order to bring in the fourth industrial revolution. And they want it globally. And why is that, guys? Because they want the robots, algorithms, and drones to take over the economy. And they want the sheep inside the metaverse. And remember, crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. These cryptos are for the machines. I told you that from the beginning. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand the technology, understand coding, the languages that are going on, so therefore you know how to communicate. You're still in control. The sheep will have no clue until it's too late. And when you're talking about the drums are beating and software and AI being in control, with the push of a button, the NWO will be able to create anything. And then with all this technology, They already create an illusion, and we know that's biblical. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Of course, we have Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitcoin down. Of course, these are down again. And if you're part of my stock Patreon account, told you what was going to happen, told you what to do, so therefore you can hedge yourself. Some people listen, some people don't. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have SEC blames SimSwap for attack for the hack on the X account. And guys, we know this is all a movie that makes no sense whatsoever. Now, if they wouldn't have sent out a tweet on the same account so soon, then that would be something different. Or if the account had been pulled for a little while, then we could understand that. But guys, it's all a movie. A lot of money was made off of that tweet. And then we have the Swiss fintech firm Taurus granted approval to offer tokenized securities to retail investors. And we know Coinbase should definitely be able to do that. They're a publicly traded company. You should be able to offer tokenized securities. But unfortunately, the masses, the sheep, fall for the illusion, fall for the movie. Whether something is security or not, doesn't matter. If you're on a publicly traded exchange, you definitely should be able to offer tokenized securities. Those who've been with me know I've been saying that from the beginning. And we have Avalanche Foundation puts rules on plans to buy meme coins. And that's how you know we're going into a bear market. And then lastly, guys, we have the movie continues. We know Mike Novogratz is in charge of the FTX fund. And we have FTX sold about $1 billion of Grayscale Bitcoin ETF. And guys, we know the sell-off was definitely coming. We know Mike Novogratz is a Goldman Sachs guy. They definitely are going to run it up and start selling at the top. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But guys, else, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.